Being a good leader, being smart, and being aware of where the opposition is, where the referee is, if referee is watching you, is very important for you to be successful as a center back. Because I think a good center back needs to be the leader on the pitch, even if they're captain or not, as well as being smart and being aware, because you need to always be aware if the referee is watching you, if there's an opposition close to you, if your offside line is there. These are the key attributes to become a successful center back. You need to command the game from the back line. You need to be talking to your midfielders, talking to your wingers, talking to your striker, because you can see the game much better than anybody else on the pitch. So that's your job to become the great leader on the pitch. Yes, maybe a center back doesn't run as much as the midfielder or the winger, but I think you have bigger responsibility than any of those positions. First of all, you are the last man to defend your net after the goalkeeper. You must have excellent leadership abilities. This requires confidence, and you need to be confident back there because you're gonna be under pressure, not just from the opposition or the fans or anything like that, but the pressure of being alone there or pressure of just being the last man in general. Even though as a center back you might have good leadership skills, you might still not be the captain, because most of the time captains are chosen by the seniority of the team, how old you are and how long you've been playing with the team. This doesn't mean that your leadership abilities disappear. So you are the secret captain, even though if you're not the captain on the pitch. That's why your communication skills have to be great with your teammates. And being smart and observing where the referee is, and if the referee is watching you, also very important ability to have as a center back. Being dirty as a center back is important. Yes, you can't really exaggerate how dirty you are. You have to be just perfect amount of dirty, because being dirty is gonna create fear in the opposition, and this is what you want. The opposition needs to be scared of coming across you. That's why you need to have the ability to always check and observe if the referee is watching you, or if you can sneak something in without the referee seeing it. And it's very important. If you look at the greatest center backs like Maldini, Van Dijk, Sergio Ramos, or my personal favorite, Materazzi, would you want to go against them? I don't think so. I wouldn't want to go against them. Defensively, as a center back, you have to be on your feet until the last moment, the last minute, until it's your last option. You can't be those center backs that easily goes for slide tackles or easily shows what your tackle is gonna be. So you have to wait for the right moment, the last moment, until you should be doing this. That's why you always have to stand on your feet, and you cannot give clues to the opposition what your next move is gonna be. So if I'm going against a center back and they are easily slide tackling all the time or trying to tackle me right away, this is very important. I shouldn't know what your next move is gonna be. And if I know you're an easy center back to go down to slide tackle, that's a good pick for me to actually dribble around you. So you have these abilities already. You have the good leadership, you have the great communication skills, as well as being slightly dirty, and you are on your feet. So first of all, you gave the fear to the opposition with your leadership, as well as you being dirty and you standing on your feet. So the opposition is now confused. And now your next step is, how can you direct the opposition out wide instead of coming in central? So that's why jockeying as a center back is very important, and always showing your opponent the outside, not the inside. This is something that you can improve by watching these players, watching these top level center backs, as well as actually doing this when you're practicing. You always have to move backwards as this opposition is coming towards you, unless they made a bad touch or they actually try to beat you and they're coming really close towards you. And these are the clues, because a successful attacker, whether it's an attacking midfielder, winger or a striker, they're not gonna wanna get close to you because they know you're a bigger player. You have longer legs, you have abilities to slide tackle, or you have great abilities to win the ball. A good opponent, a good attacker will always keep that distance between you and them, so they can actually try to use their speed or try to wait for their teammates to assist them. And that's also your goal, especially if you're left alone with the opposition and you don't have any help from your teammates. That's what you want to do. You want to avoid, you want to wait, and you want to waste time for opposition, so you can bring your teammates out to help you out, so you can tackle with a couple of players instead of just one. If you are left one-on-one with the opposition, you wanna give the outside angle. If you have doubts on how you should defend, you should always choose to close the angle where it directs the opposition to your net. If you got caught 2v1, you still want to be at the angle where the opposition cannot go central towards your net. So you're gonna want to be in between those two players where you're closing the angle that they can pass it or they can come straight to your net. And that's why wasting time at that moment is very important for you to bring help from your teammates. And always think about it this way: if it's 2v1, the opposition has the ball, their goal in their head, I need to score. It's not to assist. You need to focus on the person who has the ball because they want to go towards the net. Their second option is to pass. In everyone's mind, they are a little selfish. You need to think logically in this case. They're not gonna want to pass. So you kind of act like you're showing them the channel that they can go towards your net to score, but suddenly you're closing that option. Now you're giving them the second option, but the option that they don't want. Probably the smartest option. And these are the clues and tips that will really help you to become a better center back. You can't really improve these abilities during the practices. The more games you play, the better you will be. And the more professional players that you watch, better you're gonna be. Practice hard, but make sure you are at the team where you get to play a lot of games, where you get a lot of minutes. That's the most important thing to success. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, subscribe to my channel with the notifications on. You can also find my playlist right over here. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.